Most of the traders who call me did everything right. They watched the reviews on YouTube, they read the spec sheets, they compared the benchmark scores at 2 in the morning like they were studying for the bar exam, and they still bought the wrong machine. Here's why. They researched consumer specs. They didn't research trading reliability. Those are two completely different animals, and nobody selling you a computer wants you to know that. So today, I'm going to walk you through the 4 computers that traders buy by mistake. And I promise at least one of these is sitting on your desk right now. Let me start with something that'll make your eye twitch. There's a guy out there right now who bought a $400 laptop from a big box store to day trade futures. $400! To trade a market that can move $1,000 in 8 seconds. And he's sitting there at 9:31 in the morning, the open is exploding, and he's leaning into the screen, he's squinting, and he's going, why is it doing this? It's buffering. While my money's on the line. That's not a computer problem. That's a research problem. He researched price. He didn't even research what trading actually demands. Let's fix that. Trap number 1, the all-in-one. You know the ones I'm talking about. The slim, gorgeous machine where the computer is built right into the back of the screen, one cable, no tower. Looks incredible on a desk, and it's a disaster for traders. Let me tell you why. To make that thing thin and pretty, the manufacturer crammed laptop parts into a desktop body, a weaker laptop processor, soldered down RAM you can never upgrade, and almost no cooling because there's nowhere for the heat to go. So here's what happens. You trade for 2 hours, the machine heats up, and to protect itself, the processor secretly slows itself down. That's called thermal throttling. Your beautiful computer is literally choking itself to survive, and you'll never see the warning. You'll just notice your platform getting mushier by lunchtime and have no idea why. Back in the day, you had one screen and a beige box under the desk that sounded like a jet engine, but it never throttled. Trap number 2, the gaming PC. This is the one I get the most. A trader sees a gaming rig with a monster graphics cards, RGB lights, the whole light show, and he thinks, if it can run the most demanding video game on earth, it could run my charts. Wrong. Dead wrong. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Gaming computers are built to do one thing extremely well. Render one game on one screen at a blistering frame rate for a few hours at a time. That's it. That's the whole job. Trading is the opposite job. You're running 6, 8, 10 different applications at the same time. NinjaTrader, Thinkorswim, a browser with 15 tabs, a scanner, a chat window, a data feed that's fire hosing real-time prices into all of them at once. The gaming PC was never tuned for that kind of chaos. I'll give you a real number. Take a gaming rig with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Totally fine for gaming. Now open NinjaTrader with 6 charts, add Thinkorswim, add a Webull window, and watch what happens. You'll blow past that 16 gigabytes and Windows starts dumping your data onto the hard drive. Your charts go stiff, your dome will lag, and during a fast move, that lag is the difference between getting filled and getting steamrolled. A gaming PC that's used for trading is like hiring a Formula One driver to drive a school bus full of kids. Sure, he's fast, but that's not the job. Now look, before I get into trap number 3, let me hand you something that'll tell you in 2 minutes whether your current machine is one of these 4 traps. I built a free trading computer benchmark test. You run it on the exact machine you trade on right now, and it shows you whether your computer can actually hold up under load, or whether it's about to leave you frozen with a position on. It takes about 2 minutes. It's completely free, and you'll know exactly where you stand before the next market open, instead of finding out the hard way. Click the link in the description and run it tonight. Okay, trap number 3, and this one stings because a trader who buys it thinks he's being smart. The office computer. This machine is marketed to accountants, the work-from-home crowd, the guy who needs Excel and email and a Zoom call. The spec sheet looks fine, decent processor, looks like a real computer. But here's the lie hiding in that spec sheet. Office computers are tuned for bursts. You open a spreadsheet, you do some work, the machine goes idle. Open an email, idle. That's the rhythm those parts were designed for. Short sprints, long rests. Trading is the exact opposite. Trading is a 6.5-hour marathon of constant, non-stop data pouring in every single millisecond. There is no idle. The processor never gets to catch its breath. So the office computer gets you through the first hour just fine. You think you nailed it. Then the data keeps coming, and the parts that were never built for sustained load start falling behind. Your scanner stops updating in real time. And remember those doji candles everyone panics over? Doesn't matter how good your read is. If If your chart is showing you a candle that already closed 5 seconds ago, you're trading the past. You're reacting to a movie that already ended. That's the cruel part. It's not that the office computer is slow on paper, it's that it can't hold the pace. And in trading, holding the pace is the entire game. Which brings me to the very last mistake. And this one is the most dangerous because it looks the most correct. Trap number 4, the spec sheet twin. This is a trader who did the most homework of anybody. He found a machine with a high benchmark score, a big number, lots of cores. He matched it to a real trading computer spec for spec. Same processor on paper, same RAM amount, same drive size, and he paid half the price. He's feeling like a genius. And then at 9:36 the next morning, his machine freezes while the real trading computer next to it doesn't even hiccup. How? Same specs, right? Well, here's what the spec sheet doesn't show you. It doesn't show the quality of the power supply feeding those parts. It doesn't show you whether the RAM is matched and tuned for stability or it's just thrown in. It doesn't show you the cooling, the motherboard quality, or whether those parts were tested running together under real load for hours. Two computers can have the identical spec sheet but behave completely differently the second you put them under real-time data load. One was assembled to hit a number on a page. The other was built to survive the market open and the whole rest of the day. The benchmark score told you how fast it could run for 10 seconds. It told you nothing about how it behaves at minute 390. That's the whole secret. Specs measure potential. Reliability measures what's actually happening when your money's on the line. So let's bring it all home. The all-in-one chokes itself to stay pretty. The gaming PC was built for one game, not 10 platforms. The office computer can't hold the pace for a full session, and the spec sheet twin looks identical and folds the moment it matters. Every one of these traders did research. They just researched the wrong thing. They researched what the machine can do for a few minutes in the afternoon instead of what it has to do for you every single morning when the open hits and there is zero room for error. A trading computer isn't a faster regular computer. It's a different kind of tool built for a different kind of job. Sustained, brutal, all-day load with reliability that never blinks. Get that one thing right, and you'll never be the guy leaning into a frozen screen wondering where his fill went. So here's what I want you to do before the next market open. Even if one of these 4 traps sounded like the machine on your desk right now, don't wait for it to freeze on you with real money on the line. Pick up the phone and call my team. The number is on your screen right now, 800-387-5250. And that number's in the description. You don't need to know a single spec or talk like a computer person. Just tell us what you trade, how many screens you run, and we'll tell you straight whether your current machine can hold up or whether you're one fast market away from getting burned. That conversation is free. There's zero pressure, and it could save you from a frozen screen that will cost you more than the computer ever would. And do me one more favor before you click away. Hit that subscribe button. The next video I'm dropping will break down the exact build that survives a full session without flinching. And you'll want to watch it before you spend a single dollar on a new machine. My name is Eddie Z. Thanks for watching. May the trend be with you.